Pauline Hanson has lashed out at LNP leader Tim Nicholls, dismissing him as rude and arrogant. The controversial senator also backed Mr Nicholls' leadership rival Tim Mander for the top job.
You just know the election is getting close.
Pull it your way, all the way.
When politicians get beer pouring lessons for the cameras.
Turning it up a little bit.
Controversial Senator Pauline Hanson joined the fake campaign fray from Canberra,
Tim Nicholls cannot be trusted.
letting it rip at the opposition leader.
I think he's failed and he will continue to fail. I think he's arrogant, I think he's rude, and I think it's time for Tim Nicholls to go.
Well, I'm sort of surprised that Pauline Hanson is taking that nasty line.
Not only that, she's got an alternative in mind.
I'd like to see Tim Mander. I think he'd make a far better leader for the LNP than what Nicholls is.
But Ms Hanson isn't relying on Mr Mander to challenge. She's going to run a One Nation candidate against Mr Nicholls in his Clayfield seat.
I don't believe he's going to be a very good leader for the LNP, if he happens to get into Parliament.
Seemingly unaware Mr Nicholls already has a state seat.
Well, as leader, if he ends up in the position as Premier of the state.
I've only met Pauline Hanson once, and it was quite a pleasant conversation at a function held by the Governor.
Throwing jibes across the hall at each other. That is what it would be like with them in power if Tim Nicholls became the Premier.
But I'd like to see Tim Nicholls get rid of the smugness.
There you go.
Patrick Condren, 7 News.